perezida wa repubulika, papa w'abanyarwanda, uri hano kuko nasenze Imana kugira ngo nkubone. Nasabye ijuru ngo rizakumpa ariko ndakubonye. Imana ishimwe. Papa wanjye, nkuko uhaguruka ngo u Rwanda ntirukababare, ukanga ko ikiremwa muntu cyababazwa, nanjye mpagurutse kubw'agahinda k'umwana wanjye, kandi nzi ko urwanira ukuri kandi urwanira gutsinda. Nagize akarengane, ndi umunyarwandakazi nitwa Uwaje Amahoro Nadine. Nagiye kubyara mfite randevu yo kubagwa kuko umwana akurikirana ari narabazwe. Ibitaro bimbwira ko birambaga saa 2 za mu gitondo, banyambika sonde, bigera saa 8 bataraza kumbaga, umwana akaza agakubita umutwe kuri sonde. Ndatabaza kubera hari umuganga umwe, barambwira ngo baraje baje saa 11, basanga umwana yarangije gusufurira mu matako, bakuruza vantuze, biviramo umwana wanjye kubora ubwonko. Na ibitaro bya Faisal biranzi, Dr. David niho mukurikiranye ku bwonko, ambwira ko umwana wanjye atazarenza ukwezi ariho, ariko Imana iramurinze, bagiye kuzuza imyaka 5. Imana yampaye umugisha wo kugera muri iki gihugu. Ubuzima bwari bukomeye nza hano, nkuko mu buzima bukomeye najyaga Faisal, ariko naremeye nza mu mujyi uhenze kugira ngo nkurikirane ubuzima bw'umwana wanjye. Muvuriza ku bitaro bikomeye bya Children National Washington, nabo bambwiye ko ubwonko bwe bwaboze kuva ku munsi wa mbere avuka kugeza ku mezi 7. Ntabwo yicara, navuga, ntareba, nta muvoma n'imwe. Nagiye kurega mu rukiko rwa Gasabo, urubanza barurya mbireba kandi ibimenyetso bigaragara, bagahakana ko batishije sonde, kandi sonde bayambika ugiye kubagwa. Nyakubahwa, narajuriye nubwo ndaha, ariko ubushobozi bwanjye ntabwo bwabinyemereraga. Uvuga rimwe bigatungana, kandi ikibazo winjiye muragikemura. Nshaka ko ukuri kugaragara. Byanteye igikomere cyo kumva ko mu bushobozi buke mfite ngomba gufasha abana babana n'ubumuga nk'ubu ngubu. Mu karere ka Gicumbi mfite abana bagera kuri 12 mfasha mu mafaranga make nshobora kubona. Nkibuka ko kurya umusokoro hari icyo wabafasha nkabohereza mu mushahara wose nabona, kugira ngo babone pampa. Abana babana n'ubumuga, ababyeyi tuba twarahahamutse, nta kiza tubona mu maso yacu. Harimo abo bita ba mama debile. Numva hakenewe uburenganzira n'ubundi bufasha bushoboka, ku buryo niyo umwana wanjye yarenganurwa ntago nzabikora njyenyine. Numva nakora ikigo cyitwa Rogani gifasha abo bana babana n'ubumuga. Nyakubahwa Perezida, murakoze. Ikibazo cyanjye cyari icyo, nkuko uhaguruka urengera u Rwanda, ukaba waje gushaka abanyarwanda bawe hano, nanjye mpagurukiye umwana wanjye. Murakoze, Imana ibahe umugisha.
Thank you so much, and we'll take our last question from right here. Let's get the mic right here at the front. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. You've seen the incredible eagerness and excitement in this room to hear from you. So I hope you're ready for 4 years full of questions, because we have plenty. We'll start our Q&A in this room, and as I mentioned earlier, we have people in this room. We also have people in the Woodrow Wilson room. And so I'm going to start with 2 people here. We had questions that were sent to us, so we'll start with those. Irakoze Zilfa and Wutera Michael, you're going to go first, and you're both in this room. So let's see you both. Make sure you go quick, so that we have plenty of time for other people to ask 4 years of questions.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Zilfa Irakoze. I am a PhD candidate at the Pennsylvania State University, doing a dual title in food science and international agriculture and development. Mine won't be a question, but rather a thank you note. I want to thank you for the excellent leadership system that you've put in place, a system that empowers the youth, a system that empowers a girl child. I benefited from the system when I was 18 years old, straight out of high school. You can't hear me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I was saying that I benefited from the system, the leadership. Yes. I forget, yes. Thank you. Can you hear me better? I was saying that I benefited from this leadership system that you've put in place. When I was 18 years old, I was a young graduate from high school with a dream to go abroad and help in the development of my country. I had the grades, I had the passion, and I had the dream, but I didn't have the economic funds to be able to do so. But thanks to the system you've put in place, I was granted a scholarship that was a collaboration. There was a collaboration of the Ministry of Agriculture and the Howard Buffett Foundation. Me and so many of my colleagues, thanks to that scholarship, I was able to do my undergrad at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in agriculture. And 7 years later, I'm happy to report that I'm pursuing a PhD and a prospective doctor in the next year. And as you always remind us, to whom much is given, much is expected. And I wanted you to know that the students that you've sent here to do the education and learn have committed to empowering the next generation of scientific researchers. We are committed to being the representative and being the symbol of the country's dream and vision, telling the stories of Rwanda, the vision of Rwanda, a vision spoken truly from a Rwandan child and not a vision that's spoken from other people, telling our stories correctly. And to conclude, as you had just mentioned and empowered us to do at the Umushyikirano 2024, you said fight for your dreams. We hear you, we see you. We are ready and we're committed to put all our energy, all the skills that we've been empowered to do into the development of our country, whether that's directly collaborating with different researchers in Rwanda, as I'm currently working on into a project of reducing aflatoxin in maize, or potentially head-spearing these different agriculture projects in the future. Thank you very much.
Let's get the second question. The second question was coming from Mutera Michael.
Thank you very much. My name is Michael Butera Mugasa, and thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you very much, President. I stand here not just presenting myself, not just on my behalf, but on behalf of very many students who have come across the United States, from Canada, and we're just here to say three things to you, Mr. President. We came to assure you that we see, listen, and understand what you've been doing and what you continue to do. Dear President, as a young person, I can't state in full measure what you've been able to do in terms of mental framework change. Rwandans have always been yearning a new framework of thinking that they hold on so strongly, that changed so much. Dear President, get it from us, I mean the youth in the room, that you've given us and continue to offer us a free yet powerful class of life. I call this class a master class. It's free. You just tune in YouTube, he's speaking, and we don't watch just words. We watch concept, philosophies, value system that's so grounded enough to keep us going, to keep us unique and strong. Dear President, as I conclude, I want to assure you that it's no longer about you. And in any way, it's never been you. The amount of time you mention people, my people, it just speaks, it's a part of team, it's a system that works so hard to make sure that Rwandans, especially young Rwandans, have a systematic system of believing that things are so different and are going to be different. Dear President, you've cultivated a mindset in us, a mindset of independence, self-sufficiency, and thinking ourselves as equals, even talented, and just like everyone else in the world. We used to believe that there's a specific class of people who believes in certain way and who do things differently. You've defied that. If anything, the distance between I and anyone that I always looked up as things were impossible, it has been reduced to almost, everything is possible. I myself, I was born in Tanzania, went to Rwanda when I was very young, got my first scholarship when I was in primary, second scholarship in high school, second scholarship in university, and a full scholarship in Harvard. All this has been just that, dear President, it's just an equally disputed opportunity. It's a country where you can come from anywhere, work hard, work up your way, and make yourself proud and everyone that is dependent on you. That's the system that works. Mr. President, as I conclude, I have learned so much from you, but more specifically, it's your consistency and the art of perfection. You don't want to go anything below than what should and what ought to be the right way to do. It's called legacy. Before I pass the mic to another person, I wish to say one thing. That, President, this is what we deserved, as you said. It's what we deserved. It was about right time, and especially you to come and show us what we're capable. Inherently in us, it's not something external. Not at all. President, as youth, and I hope I captured your thoughts and I represented you very well, but personally, this is coming from my heart. I was reading from a phone, but I had hard time to craft what I should tell Mr. President. I've been extremely inspired throughout. So as I walk back to my seat, I want to tell you, President, that I assure you and promise you that as youth, we understand the assignment.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll give Your Excellency a moment to respond, and then we'll have questions from the Woodrow Wilson room. That is very true. No questions were asked.
My response for that is thank you.
Yes. Yes. And we do welcome questions and remarks, suggestions, but please make it quick, get to the point so that other people can have a chance to ask their questions as well. Yes, no speeches, but we appreciate you. So I'm going to take questions from the Woodrow Wilson room. Hold on, we'll get to you. Let's get some questions from the Woodrow Wilson room, and we'll come back to this room. And please remember to make it quick.
Hello? Your Excellency, murakoze cyane. Nitwa Niyomugabo. Muri Washington habuze icyumba cyatwakira. Habuze icyumba twakwirwamo. Birerekana ubwuzu tubafitiye, Your Excellency. Turishimye cyane. Turi mu kindi cyumba turakurikirana kandi turishimye pe cyane kubakira. Your Excellency, nagira ngo mbashimire ko kutubonera umwanya aho dutuye, aho tugenda, nta gihe abantu batatubaza ngo iwanyu nihe tukabivuga twishimye cyane iwacu ni mu Rwanda. Mwaduhaye izina ryiza, izina ubunyarwanda ni izina ridutera ishema, turabyishimira cyane. Mu Kinyarwanda bavuga ngo urugo rw'umwana rugususurutsa utarurayemo. U Rwanda tururebera kure, imitima yacu igasusuruka kandi tutaraye mu Rwanda. Your Excellency, nagira ngo gusamba ndabizi ko hari igitekerezo cyo kuzana Rwanda ya hano muri Amerika, turifuza ko cyakwihutishwa. Ikindi gitekerezo, Your Excellency, twohereza umusanzu wacu tugafasha ababyeyi n'abavandimwe twasize mu gihugu, kandi turishimira cyane ko ejo hashize batubwiye imibare kandi biradutera ishema. Turashaka ko mwadufasha hakazashyirwaho ahantu ho koherereza imisanzu yacu bidaciye muri platform z'abanyamahanga. Ari amafizi baduca ni menshi, n'abayaduca bakayaduca ari abanyarwanda, ariko yose akagera iwacu. Murakoze cyane Your Excellency.
Thank you. Let's get one more question, suggestion from the Woodrow room as well. And please make it quick, get to the point.
Murakoze, nitwa Adeline Murerungondo Rugandura wa Rugandura na Nakabonye, engineer in biotechnology, specialized in vaccines. I'm Rwandan by blood, Tanzanian by birth, and American Guhaha, to make sure we have bread on the table. Your Excellency Paul Kagame, thank you for making our Rwandan a beautiful home for everywhere, for everyone, everywhere, and dignity, where the dignity and peace belongs. I'm proud kuba ndi Umunyarwanda. Mabibi na mabwana, asante. What a great day to be a part of Rwandan community. It feels like a home. It's a great opportunity to be a part of this event where I can see my sisters, my brothers, my parents in one setting. Murakoze cyane nyakubahwa guhora mutuzirikana mukatu 15th mu Rwanda. Please muzareke tumushyigikire akomeza tuyobore neza. Murakoze.
Your Excellency, would you like to respond to that? Okay. Please make sure you ask questions and get to the point. I will take a question from right here in front. I see two ladies right there in the back. Make that quick, please. Let's get a mic right here and one back there. Please make it quick. As you can see, there's lots of hands in here and hands I don't see in the other room, so.
Thank you. Mr. President, my name is Lawrence Norris. I'm here in the United States, and I'm with a project called the African Synchrotron Light Source. And I'm here with my good friend, Romain Morenzi, who you certainly know. My question is, what percentage of GDP does the government of Rwanda spend on science and technology, and what is the right balance between your domestic government expenditure and foreign assistance for science and technology?
Thank you so much, and thank you for getting right to the point. Okay, let's get a question from the two ladies back there.
Mwiriwe, murakoze. Hello? Sorry. Turi impanga mutubabarire nicyo tuma twasabye ngo tuvugire icyarimwe. Murakoze President, reka mbanze mahere kuri 2013 muri Toronto mwaradusuye muri Canada. Sinzi uko mutwibuka ariko twari impanga twaharagurutse turabyina kugeza muduhaye ijambo. Cyo gihe muri duhaye naravuze nti mutubabaye turi very persistent ariko haturi kuri mission. Iyo mission twashakaga ikibanza mu muri kiduhe twubakira abaturage, twubaka amashuri, twubaka amazu. Muri 2013 icyo gihe mwaravuze ngo ariko biroroshye ngo vugana hano na RDB bazakibaha icyo kibanza. Mwarakiduhaye. Icyo kibanza mwakiduhaye Bugesera, duhamagara mama ngo turagowe ngo ubusa ahantu hadakira imihanda, hatagira amazi na electricity zagira gute. Kandi twari kumwe n'abazungu benshi dukorana muri Canada. Baravuga ngo mama aravuga ngo mudasenga musenga Imana ifite plan. Tugiye twumva ngo niho airport zizaza n'ibindi byose tutimana irashimwe. So reka ngere kuri point. Since we talked to you in 2013, we have raised over $1 million Canadian. Twarahubatse, haruzuye, hari amazu, abaturage, amashuri y'abana, turabagaburira. N'abaminisitiri baza kudusura. Duherukanye na Minisitiri Sumutakiriyo. Aravuga ngo iyi modo mufite niyo y'igihugu dukeneye kugenderaho. So then ndagira ngo mbashimire. Mwaduhaye ikibanza. Kandi je nabutoye ni philanthropy only to volunteers. Je ndi umwarimu w'impumyi nkora Braille. I produce Braille for living with the government of Canada. Uyakora na Immigration Canada. Ariko kubera ko twavuze ngo tuzahahe neza ariko dufashe abi wacu tuve muri low income kuri middle class. Dore Mr. President Kagame nukuri na printing the 2050 vision ndayifite hano ndayisoma every word and that's what I want to do. Muzaze kudusura ariko utwarankubita. Sorry, bukuru andusha iminota 3 ni wajya avuga. Ariko reka mvuge ijambo rimwe. Banyarwanda bacu n'inshuti z'abanyarwanda ibyo dukora twohereza $200,000 by'amadolari ku mwaka bituva muri twebwe n'inshuti zo muri Canada on a volunteer basis. So let me challenge you, nkuko President Kagame abikora on behalf of a government, reka tubikore as a community. Government hikore yonyine. Oh yeah, murakoze, we love you so much.
Right, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Your Excellency, there was one question that was asked about how much of the Rwandan GDP is spent on science and technology. Would you like to respond to that? I'll also remind people. Go ahead.
I will be brief. First of all, to raise that point, behind it, there is the importance of science and technology and how people should focus on it. But there is also a reality when it comes to Rwanda. Even the overall national budget is not big because of the size of the country and the economy. So I will not give a specific number, but I answer it in a way that it gives a picture of what it is. One, we focus on science and technology. We know it is important, it's a priority, and from the beginning we've done that. And we do it through education. And education is a sector that comes at the top as a priority, where we put a big chunk of national budget. It's education, it's health, it's infrastructure, understandably, and agriculture, and many things. So as part of education, where science and technology falls, and that sector helps to highlight the importance of science and technology, takes close to 15%, which is very huge. A big chunk of the budget for education is about 15%. So within that, there is another big chunk, therefore, of science and technology, among many other things within just one single sector.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. We do have 2 more questions in this room. The people should already have mics.
Murakoze nyakubahwa Perezida kuba muduha no mwanya, finally mbonye microphone ndumva bishimishije. Ni mazina yanjye nitwa Kwizera Landry, ndi Perezida w'Abanyarwanda batuye muri Maine, aho bari bakoma amashyi. Mu by'ukuri nta kibazo mfite ahubwo ni ukubashimira uburyo mukomeza guha agaciro diaspora igihe cyose tubakeneye mu kwa mutubonera umwanya, mukanatwibutsa ko dufite uruhare mu kugira ngo tugire iterambere mu gihugu cyacu, kandi turabizeza ko tutazabatenguha. By'umwihariko abanyarwanda batuye muri Maine twifatanyijemo na ambasade, twemeye ko tugiye gukorana n'akarere ka Gisagara kugira ngo tugafashe kuzamura imibereho myiza y'abaturage muri gahunda yashyizweho na leta y'inka ku muryango, ndetse tunazamure n'umubare w'abantu bazabona mituweli. Ni mu rwego kugira ngo nubwo tuza tukahahira hano tutayibagirwa abo bacu basigaye inyuma. Ikindi ndagira ngo mbashimire kandi nibutsa abari hano bose yuko imyaka 30 ishize nyuma gato ya jenoside habarwaga imfubyi zigera ku 400 zashizwe inyuma na jenoside, harimo n'abari babuza ababyeyi kubera babuza ababyeyi baguye kwitabaro kujya bagaruke jenoside. Izo mfubyi zose zari zifite ibikomere ku mubiri ndetse no ku mutima, ariko kubera ubuyobozi bwawe hagiyeho programme nyinshi zibafasha kugira ngo bige. Ubu benshi bamwe baratanga uruhare rwabo kugira ngo igihugu gitere imbere, kandi benshi bari hano.
Thank you. Please wrap up.
Mu magambo makeya hari observation ashaka gutanga. Hari abavuze ikibanza twabonye ko mu Rwanda ari ikibazo cy'indwara zo mu mutwe cyangwa se mental health problems. By profession, I'm a psychiatric nurse, and I'm a survivor of the Tutsi genocide, and I have seen how this is affecting the whole nation in general. And I would like to emphasize that the government could put more efforts into helping those who are suffering, because as now we have moved from the stage where we're suffering, now we have stability, those problems that are coming on the surface. And we are seeing this in our own families. Muri make rero hari wavuze ko batanze ikibanza, dufite initiative n'abandi banyarwanda bakeya, turashaka kubaka ibitaro bivura abanyarwanda, ariko cyane cyane tugafokasinga kuri mental health. Twasabye ikibanza, twe twarakiguze, ubu ngubu turagifite, ariko turagira ngo tumaze iminsi dukorana na ministeri, turagira ngo tubasabe hamwe n'abandi batekereza nkanjye, ese ubishoboye akagura ikibanza ahantu runaka. Initiative ya government yo yabiye kugira ngo noneho tube benshi, kubera ko needs zirahari, tuzibona mu bice byinshi bitandukanye. Ugaruka mu Rwanda suye ibitaro bitandukanye, nagiye mu Cyizere ngera kuri Solid Minds, ariko haracyari icyuho, kandi naganire n'ababishinzwe harimo Dr. Darius ushinzwe sector ya mental health muri ministeri ya Minisante. Tubona yuko aba investors iyo area barayibagiwe, kandi ejo twize yuko entrepreneurs, they see answers out of problems. When you see an issue, that's when you find the solution. Ikibazo rero kirahari, najya mbikangura abantu bose, ariko twumve n'icyo namwe mwadufashamo kugira ngo abafite ubwo bushake turusheho gutera imbere cyangwa mu iterambere ry'igihugu. Murakoze.
Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, we can take one more question if your time allows. Okay. So we'll take one more question in this room. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Okay. Okay, we'll take a question from this side.
Check, check. Hello, hello. Oh, wow. Okay. Your Excellency, I'd like to start and be like everybody else. Instead of a question, it's a vote of thanks. Erega, oya, munyumve banyarwanda. Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, ibibazo byinshi mwarabikoze ku buryo ubu ngubu igisigaye ni ugutanga amashimwe. My name is Yana Ruheta and I'm a final year biochemistry student. I had the privilege to sit on the healthcare panel today. And to make us understand how revolutionary the healthcare system in Rwanda has been. Like this? Gurcha? Okay, perfect. I really want to highlight how revolutionary the healthcare system in Rwanda has been. In 1994, how much do you think was the Rwandan life expectancy? According to the World Bank in 1994, the life expectancy of Rwandans at birth was 44.6 years. Now, in 2022, the same study was done again, and guess where Rwandans are now? In 2022, life expectancy in Rwanda at birth is 66.5 years. This means that in only 2 decades, Rwanda was able to expand its people's life expectancy by 20 years, something that has rarely been seen in the world. So, Rwanda Rwiza, Rwanda Dukund. Healthcare in Rwanda holds no bounds and has boundless opportunities.
Please make sure
to
get to the point.
Yes, I'm getting to the point. I'm getting to the point.
Yes, please.
Abana bawe bo mu mahanga. Yes, abana bawe bo mu mahanga. Dukora tukwibuka. Dukora turanzwe n'indangagaciro waduhaye kandi gira icyizere abana bawe tuzagaruka gukomeza kukubaka no kuguteza imbere. Thank you.
Thank you so much. His Excellency has been very generous. We're going to take 3 more questions. We'll take 1 question from right here, and we'll get 2 questions from right there. And 1 more from here. That will be all. So let's give a mic. The 3 people standing right here at the front, and 1 person right here. Okay. Please get a mic to.
Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, Mr. President, and everyone here. I'm Michael Luongo. I'm a PhD student and also an instructor at Purdue University School of Hospitality and Tourism Management. And if things fall into place, I'll teach for a little while at UTB in Kigali. My question, and I'll just get right to it, is where does tourism fit into Rwanda's future? It's how I know and how I was invited here. The embassy had invited me to this event, Charles and Vital, because I will be maybe teaching education about tourism there. The sports talk hinted at tourism, but can you tell me more details about where tourism and inviting foreigners to experience Rwanda fits into the future of Rwanda? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll also remind people that we do have other leaders in the room. We have the Minister of Justice, Minister of Finance, Minister of State of Health, Minister of Youth and Arts, the Minister of State of Education, and others that you heard from earlier. So we can also direct questions to those people. Okay, let's hear from the 2 people right there. 1 more here, and that will be all for today.
President Kagame. My name is Adam DePico. I'm from Columbia University, SIPA, and I have the privilege here today in working on a project with the RSSSB. And my question to you is touching upon how to build a strong private sector in Rwanda as you look towards the next 30 years of economic growth and development. How can Rwanda position itself in the region, and what can Rwanda do to attract private sector growth and encourage foreign investment? And which international continental partners that you haven't partnered with thus far would be fitting partners to bring Rwanda forward in the next 30 years? Thank you, President.
Thank you so much, and thank you for getting straight to the point. One more question there, and one question right here. Please give the lady a mic right there.
da Repubulika papa w'Abanyarwanda uri hano kuko nasenze Imana kugira ngo nkubone, nasabye ijuru ngo rizakumpa ariko ndakubonye. Imana ishimwe papa wanjye, nkuko uhaguruka ngo u Rwanda ntirukababare ukanga ko ikiremwa muntu cyababazwa, nanjye mpagurutse kubw'agahinda k'umwana wanjye, kandi nzi ko urwanira ukuri kandi urwanira gutsinda. Nagize akarengane, ndi umunyarwandakazi nitwa Uwaje Amahoro Nadine. Nagiye kubyara mfite randevu yo kubagwa kuko umwana akurikirana ari narabazwe. Ibitaro bimbwira ko birambaga saa 2 za mu gitondo, banyambika sonde, bigera saa 8 bataraza kumbaga, umwana akaza agakubita umutwe kuri sonde. Ndatabaza kubera hari umuganga umwe, barambwira ngo baraje baje saa 11, basanga umwana yarangije gusufurira mu matako, bakuruza vantuze, biviramo umwana wanjye kubora ubwonko. Na ibitaro bya Faisal biranzi, Dr. David niho mukurikiranye ku bwonko, ambwira ko umwana wanjye atazarenza ukwezi ariho, ariko Imana iramurinze bagiye kuzuza imyaka 5. Imana yampaye umugisha wo kugera muri iki gihugu. Ubuzima bwari bukomeye nza hano, nkuko mu buzima bukomeye najyaga Faisal, ariko naremeye nza mu mujyi uhenze kugira ngo nkurikirane ubuzima bw'umwana wanjye. Muvuriza ku bitaro bikomeye bya Children National Washington, nabo bambwiye ko ubwonko bwe bwaboze kuva ku munsi wa mbere avuka kugeza ku mezi 7. Ntabwo yicara, ntavuga, ntareba, nta muvoma n'imwe. Nagiye kurega mu rukiko rwa Gasabo, urubanza barurya mbireba kandi ibimenyetso bigaragara, bagahakana ko batishije sonde, kandi sonde bayambika ugiye kubagwa. Nyakubahwa narajuriye nubwo ndaha, ariko ubushobozi bwanjye ntabwo bwabinyemereraga. Uvuga rimwe bigatungana, kandi ikibazo winjiye muragikemura. Nshaka ko kuri kugaragara. Byanteye igikomere cyo kumva ko mu bushobozi buke mfite ngomba gufasha abana babana n'ubumuga nk'ubu ngubu. Mu karere ka Gicumbi mfite abana bagera kuri 12 mfasha mu mafaranga make nshobora kubona. Nkibuka ko kurya umusokoro hari icyo wabafasha nkabohereza mu mushahara wose nabona, kugira ngo babone pampa. Abana babana n'ubumuga ababyeyi tubatwara hahamutse, nta kiza tubona mu maso yacu. Harimo abo bita mama debire. Numva hakenewe uburenganzira n'ubundi bufasha bushoboka, ku buryo niyo umwana wanjye yarenganurwa ntago nzabikora ngenyere. Numva nakora ikigo cyitwa Rogani gifasha abo bana babana n'ubumuga. Nyakubahwa Perezida, murakoze. Ikibazo cyanjye cyari icyo, nkuko haguruka urengera u Rwanda ukaba waje gushaka abanyarwanda bawe hano, nanjye mpagurukiye umwana wanjye. Murakoze, Imana ibahe umugisha.
Thank you so much, and we'll take our last question from right here. Let's get the mic right here at the front.
Mr. President, we Washingtonians want to welcome you back to America. It's great to have you here. And my question is about bilateral relations between the United States and Rwanda. And would you please tell us here in the audience, we Americans and also all the Rwandans here, both from your country and also from the diaspora, what can you tell us about the positive relations in the last few years between Rwanda and the United States? give us some examples of those positive aspects and how you see that relationship going forward. And also, we would be so interested in any communications that you can talk about, that you've had good communications with our President Joe Biden and those good relations. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your Excellency, if it is okay with you, we didn't give a chance to the people in the other room to ask a question, so if it is okay with you, I'll give them an opportunity. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. We will take one question from the Woodrow Wilson room. I know we have so many questions in here. Your Excellency, as you can see, 4 years of questions, so we need to have you here more often. Let's take one question from the Woodrow Wilson room, and we'll give His Excellency a chance to respond to these questions.
Mr. President, good afternoon, Midway. My name is Jonathan Weaver. I'm the president of the Pan-African Collective. Its objective is to strengthen relationships between the United States and the people of Africa, specifically in Rwanda. We're working with an organization there in Rwanda to involve ourselves in partnership to help early childhood development centers, but also economic empowerment in terms of the donation of cows and goats to vulnerable families. And we've done that now for a number of years. I would like to know, what is your vision with respect to non-governmental organizations such as ours going forward? What would be the priorities for us? Because we want to know exactly what the needs are specifically in Rwanda and how we can best partner with you and the people of Rwanda.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Last question. Last question. Last question. One last question.
Your Excellency, I'll give you an opportunity to respond to the questions that were asked.
To begin with, talking about tourism, I answered it in a few words. I think just to say tourism is important to us, a very critical part of our economy. We want to promote it. We do everything possible for that. So the answer is it's important. I think that summarizes everything. Then the same thing about the private sector. And I'm being very brief on this type of questions just because I know there have been discussions going on since yesterday and this morning, and they're going into these details. I think that is what the purpose was. So for me to go back and go through what was discussed yesterday, probably it is not the best use of our time. So the private sector also is very important, and we do everything we can to highlight that importance. And again, private sector is key, and we have to do what we can to highlight it. Bilateral relations between the US and Rwanda, probably the most difficult to answer. I'm still learning diplomacy. That's why I'm struggling to find, but let me describe it like this. Our relationship is good. So that says everything. The same thing with the, now for US, Rwanda, Africa, the question to do with the NGOs, our policy is to allow any organization, any institution that wants to work in Rwanda with government or private sector to be able to do so. We just insist on making sure that there is good coordination so that people don't come and do anything, anyhow, whatever they want, and irrespective of government policy or the needs of people. So to be able to be more productive in what you are doing, we insist on coordination, simple coordination. That therefore builds on accountability. You must be accountable to the country's system and what you are doing. So NGOs are welcome, but there is a certain discipline that is expected for all of us. Government has to have clear expectations and policies, and to be able to work with other entities that also respond in the same way. I think that's all I can say.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, and thank you for taking your time to be with us today. It truly has been an honor. Okay. So we've come to the end of this function. Thank you for being here with us. Remember that there's a lot of entertainment. There's a dinner that is coming up today. There's lots of opportunities to network. There's a career corner back there with lots of companies who've